Hi folks, good morning. It's me again, Scott Bob. Just another one. I put one, a quick one on the internet with regards to these balance flies that I've been tying and had some success with. So I thought I would put the tying on that I've been catching with, and it's a yellow, just like a yellow dog knobbler really. So the first thing I've got to do is you need jig hooks. Now these are esoteric jig hooks, and they're size 10 wide gap, and I think you need them so you can get hold of the fish, because I had ones that were slightly weird, were a slightly narrower gap. I lost a few fish with them, so I changed to these wide gap. Anyway, it's a size 10. Sorry the way I'm speaking, I've got a needle in my mouth. I'll show you why, because in a second. So anyway, this is going to be a yellow dog knobbler. You just run the thread on, just to go a wee bit of thread there so you can lay something down on top of it. We'll take that off. And I'll tell you what I better do before I go any further. I better put my fly tying specs on, because I can't see if I don't. Now I come to this balance to carry on. This is a dressmaker's pin, this one, and you put a tungsten head on it. Watch the tungsten beads you buy, or the pins you buy, make sure the head's big enough to stop the bead come on. If you get them and the head's too big, you just need to put a tiny bead at the front of it, a wee seed bead or something that allows you to do that. So first of all, that's the bead that goes on there, and the next thing you need to do, you need to cut it to size, because they're all too long, the dressmaker's pin. You've got to cut it to size to fit your hook. So just bear with me to cut this. You'll hear that click there, that was me cutting it, and that's it done. I'll just shift these pliers. Right, so the critical thing here is the distance the bead, tungsten bead, is from the eye of the hook. You've got to get a measurement here. Now I know the measurement for mine, so you'll need to measure it, put it on, tack it on, finish it off, take it off, and put on that bit of nylon through the eye of the hook and see how it's balanced. I'll show you at the end of the video exactly what I mean about balancing in this hook. Some folk might not understand what I'm talking about, but it's simplicity itself. You've just got to get the balance right, and then you can tie a plethora of these flies in different colours. I've got some tied as nymphs, like the swimming and nymphs, Danica nymphs for mayflies, things like that. I'm going to try them out this year, see how I go on with them. Right, now, something you need to do before you go any further too is put a wee bit of super glue just along it to make sure it stays in its place. Just a wee double of super glue, just to make sure it stays in its place. Right, a wee bit of super glue on my fingers, that's all I'm doing. Anyway, the first things first we're going to do, we're going to put a bit of a yellow marabou on at the tail, for a nice tail. Just tear it off with the stem, and do my old trick that I showed you, the rope-a-dopa. Grab the end of the pit, the end of it, roll it up, and take away the fluff, and the stuff is loose, and you're left with a rope. Tie it in at the back end. Get a good grip, then get your length that you want to have it and take it off. Put it in the bin, not on the floor, or your wife will go into it. Next thing you need now is a bit of, I've got some fine copper wire here that I use, but any wire will do, just to segment the body and get a wee kind of segmented look. Right, just tie that into it. You'll notice that you're watching me tying it from behind the camera. I've got the camera sitting in front of me now. I changed it to there to see if there's a better viewing experience for you there, so you can see exactly how I'm tying it, rather than looking at back to front. Anyway, let me know what you think of if it's any better or any worse. Just tie up, what you need is tie up behind that bead to stop it moving back and forward. Still needing a wee bit more. Right, then come back down to the tail. And we're going to offer up some yellow straggle frets. Yellow straggle frets, that's what I'm going to be putting on. Now, sometimes I'll cut this back slightly after I've got it on, so we'll see what it looks like when I'm finished. Tie it in. Go back up right to behind the bead. And leave your thread there, and then start to wind this in. Nice close turns. You can see the rope where you're going to get the close turns in. You can see it going up the length of your fly. Now that's how easy these flies are to tie. A couple of turns in it there because it's a bit thinner, and then tie it off. And cut it off. Now, I've toyed with the idea of some names for this flies, or the style of this fly, and the only name I could come up with that's relevant to what I think we're doing with them is the Ballerina, because it's tied in perfect balance with its hook. So that's what I'm christening this fly, the Ballerina. Each time I use this type of tying, that's what I'll be calling the fly, the Ballerina. And hopefully it takes off and more people start to use them, because they are deadly. As I said yesterday, I had 14 fish, 12 of them were in this Ballerina fly, this yellow Ballerina. Now what I want to do here is just trim off some of them. Not a lot, just trim off some of it. I like it nice and hairy, but not too hairy. Take that one off a wee bit. As I was saying, that's what I've christened it. I've christened it the Ballerina, because it's a perfectly balanced fly to the hook, and I'll show you what I mean just in a second when I take it out of the vise. Right, let me get a bit of nylon. I should have some in here. Right. Just let me get a bit of nylon and I'll show you exactly what I mean about it being balanced, and if I've got to alter it in any way. Right, take it out of the vise and put a bit of nylon through the eye. So it's as if your line's holding it. Now, sorry for bumping that. Now that's what we cry a balanced fly. It's lying horizontal with the point of the hook up the way, and the body is horizontal. And that lies, when you fish it under a bung, that's the way it lies in the water. Instead of that way, which is with the normal hook eye there, or down in the head because it's got a heavy head, this one is balanced to the tungsten bead to give you that balanced hook. it sits that way, and the fish see it underneath. They don't even see the bend of the hook underneath. They just see the silhouette of that stuff. And as you move it, it moves horizontally. So I hope you enjoyed that, because it is a very deadly fly, as I found out too. Again, thanks for watching.